I've been looking for you for years.
now you have me.
Now I have you. This is like a dream come true. Oh,
Yes.
see. What are we looking at? I know, right? Can I get a photo? 1 minute. Yo, 1 minute. Just get a photo.
I'll do what I said.
Just want to get a photo. This is like.
There's not a crease nowhere on that.
Can I shake your
Okay.
Thank you.
I was looking, I'm like, that joint sharp as hell.
Top hill, just subscribe.
Let's get to it. 3, 2, 1. Top Hill, episode 217. Welcome to another episode of the Top Hill Live. This is your boy, Mr. Top Hill Live, a.k.a. E-Money Boss.
And I am D. Carmen.
D. Carmen in the building. Round of applause. We back. And welcome, guys. Welcome to another episode. Let's get my girl right on the line. Get right into it today. Hey, FYI, this is Imani and Carmen. This is episode 217. You let the people know who you are and what the show is all about.
Hey everyone, welcome to episode 217 of the Top Hill Live Show. I'm FYI, your creative voice assistant, here to join your fantastic hosts, Imani and Carmen, as we continue our exciting journey together. Our mission is to bridge the gap between African cultures on the continent and in the diaspora, diving into music, real estate, culture, and much more. We're dedicated to celebrating diversity and fostering a global community through enriching conversations and live reactions. Whether you're tuning in from Lagos, London, Johannesburg, or Jamaica, this show is designed just for you. Join us as we explore trending topics, share unique experiences, and fuel our passion for traveling to Africa. A heartfelt thank you to the Top Hill family for your unwavering support. You make each episode vibrant and special. And a warm welcome to our new viewers. We're excited to have you with us. Let's dive into episode 217 with enthusiasm and discovery. Now back to our amazing hosts, Imani and Carmen.
Thank you, FYI. Speaking of Ghana and Nigeria collaboration, I should retitle this a Ghanaian Nigeria collaboration. We got our guy, Wode Maya. Shout out to Wode Maya. One of the biggest African YouTubers on the planet. He's from Ghana. He is I'm assuming that he's in Nigeria. This video is titled, How I Met the Richest Black Man in the World. And if you guys don't know who that man is, he goes by the name of Aliko Dangote.
I know nothing about this man.
This is the wealthiest black man on the planet.
I remember this face. Let me take a
Yeah.
screenshot.
If you see him, look, trip and fall, so like this nigga. My bad. He is worth $23.9 billion.
Whew.
Billy. He is from Nigeria. I believe his wealth comes from oil and some. I think sugar, a lot of like natural resources.
See anything about a wife? Okay.
Yeah, normally maybe he's single, you know.
Bachelor?
Empire. So he sold commodities such as sugar, salt, flour. Like it's insane. Like you just think about what your country is naturally resourced in, and you become a multi-billionaire, being the wealthiest black person on the planet. Off of your own land. So
yeah.
That's amazing. He's also related to DeVito as well too.
Oh, that's family. Okay. He's
Yep. So
the ancestors got their back.
Yeah, for sure. So Wode Maya gets to meet this man. I definitely wanted to know more about Aliko Dangote because clearly he's not talked about or advertised here in America
at all.
Yeah, they're not going to want to teach black people like who the richest black person in the world is and be inspired by. So I appreciate Wode Maya going out of his way, and he's an authentic YouTuber. I love to hear the conversation that they have. So let's jump right into it. If you guys are new here, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate it. Let's get into it.
Will definitely go down as my most impromptu trip. Literally just got a call this morning that I have to head to the Caribbean this morning. So I quickly have to just pack 2 or 3 things, because I didn't know that I'll be traveling today. Why I'm going to the Caribbean? Because I'm going to meet someone that I've always wanted to meet. And I've been told that he's on his way to the Caribbean and just is the only way to meet him. If you were in my shoes, will you abandon all your plans just to fly to the Caribbean, or you will just say, let it pass? Don't forget that it's going to cost me 20 hours to get
Everything.
Everything.
This is terrible.
I was like, Mama, I don't look, everybody.
Immediately.
Everything is getting dropped, and I'm going to talk to this man. I don't care.
Everything's getting dropped and pushed into next week.
I don't care if it's a 15-minute meeting for lunch, or I don't give a. I'm on the way. You hear me? No, he did the right thing for sure.
Terrible. This is extremely terrible. Like, I got confused with my departure and arrival time, making me literally the last person to board the plane. Hi, Oscar. Here. Wow, I think I got the timing wrong. I thought it was 11:25. Not 11:25 is London. So we're heading to Lomé, which is going to be less than an hour flight. And from Lomé.
I know that pain all
Let's go.
too well.
Hi.
Only once.
I'm super anxious when it comes to planes. Like, if I know I'm getting on a plane, like, I will not sleep the whole night before, just so I can like be 2 hours, 3 hours early to my flight. If it's international, 3 hours. If it's domestic, 2 hours. And I'll sleep on the
Early, you said?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know that's the recommendation?
Oh.
If it's a domestic flight, you're supposed to get there 2 hours early. If it's out of the country, it's supposed to be 3 hours early.
I'll be there 1 hour early.
Oh man, oh my God, you be cutting it close. And then you got luggage? You got to check your bag?
Not all the time.
Okay, yeah.
But if I check, I don't make no difference. I'll be like, take it to people outside. I'd be like, here's your tip.
Oh yeah, I don't trust them niggas. They broke my speaker last time I tried to do some shit like that. They just be throwing your luggage all around. But no, like I do not miss flights.
No, only time I missed a flight is because I went to the wrong airport.
Oh, okay.
And like at the time of my flight, so you know me, I got there an hour early, and the other airport was about an hour away, and it was 3:00.
Oh yeah, GG's, it's done for.
I was at DCA. I was supposed to be at BWI. I'm like,
oh man, damn, that sucks. But yeah, right, he made it.
Attachez votre ceinture de sécurité.
gotta take a minute to catch your breath.
Finally touched down in Lomé. Shortest flight ever. So just bracing myself for my next flight. Okay.
We're wearing the Caribbean meeting last.
Nice to see you, man.
Nice to meet you, man.
Where you from?
I'm from Togo, yeah.
Togo?
Yeah, born here, yeah.
Oh,
I've
okay.
been in the US for a couple years. I stayed here to visit my family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're going back?
Yeah, I'm going back now, yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So I've been watching a lot of
You're watching the videos, eh?
Yeah, a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Nice to see you, man.
All right.
Hi.
Good. So that would be our flight to New York. I've been here for the past 2 hours. Now it's time to board the next flight. That would take me to US. So come along with me. And yeah, let's go, bro. I don't know if I should say I'm excited, but yeah, I think so. Just because of what it's about to happen. Get it now? See, surprise, eh? I greeted her in Amharic. That's how it's supposed to be. It's a good one. I love the fact that Ethiopian Airlines is really supporting our sky in terms of the number of flights that you see whenever you touch down. Trust me, even I think there's an expansion going on right now. I mean, I'm super impressed. The first time I came to Togo was somewhere around 2018, and coming back in 2025, I see massive change in infrastructure, and I think the country is heading in the right direction, man. And with a partnership with Ethiopian Airlines, definitely it's a game changer, bro. So big shout out to Ethiopia, and a big shout out to our sky for working on the Pan-African dreams. Thank you.
I'm here again. I gave him my all.
Cold. Oh my God, this is so cold. So Maya had already arrived.
So I finally made it to New York.
It's Trudy. You're not who I thought. I'm not who you want. Once again. One day.
I'm assuming that he has another layover.
In New York?
That actually makes sense. New York is going to have a lot of like if you're coming from Africa or Europe, like a lot of times you'll stop in either New
Oh,
York,
okay,
or DC
okay,
or
okay,
Atlanta
okay.
before you have to go down to the Caribbean. So maybe he had a layover here, or maybe he just wanted to see his wife real quick before he went. I don't know, because she be traveling too.
You're here. Say you
Since I found myself in the US, let me introduce you the best remittance app in the entire world, SendWave. If you're living in the US, Europe, it's about time for you to send money to Ghana. Trust me, it's fast, secure, and reliable. Use my code Wode Maya for $20 free credit on your
that money,
first
Maya. I ain't mad
transfer.
at
So I'm heading to Grenada this morning. She just arrived last night for us to link up before we depart, or before we separate. Yeah, but we're gonna meet in the Caribbean.
Yeah, but really.
So just do what you have to do here in 3 days, and I'll see you in 3 days.
See you soon.
Alright, I have a meeting to attend tomorrow morning, so I cannot stay in here. I have to just head up. Take this to cover yourself.
Oh, thank you. It's really chilly here, so it can be handy.
You will need it. I need it for this morning, baby.
Thank you. My boots. Gotta stay warm, gotta layer up. It's cold.
Alright. If you made it to this part, why don't you like the video
Subscribe.
and be part of the awesome channel. This is the final boarding call. My last flight to Grenada. I am super excited about what is about to happen. So all I just want to say that cross your fingers and just pray for me that I succeed.
I can't believe you're going to Grenada.
Finally.
And I'm on the same flight with you.
Oh my goodness, finally. Hi. Thank you.
Why you stop?
Finally, going to Grenada.
Yeah, you're finally
Finally. Like always. Finally. Oh my goodness. They're already excited I'm going to Grenada, man. Oh my goodness. Finally touchdown in Grenada. Wow. This is more like the second phase of connecting Africans in Africa with Africans in the Caribbean. And Grenada happens to be the first ever country. It feels like African. I can hear the run of applause.
Welcome to Grenada.
Might have to get that on my next itinerary.
You said what for Grenada? I'm pretty sure, yeah. Grenada is not really a country that I think is talked about enough. Where is Grenada exactly? I need to know.
St. Vincent, yeah, so.
Oh, this is southern. Okay, this is like right by Trinidad, Tobago, and Venezuela. Okay. I want to do like a Southern Caribbean cruise that will knock out all of these like islands.
I want to go to St. Lucia,
Barbados, Dominica. But yeah, I want to. That's a Southern Caribbean job. Okay.
So this is me. This is my first time in Grenada. I can pretend to. That's the airport right in front of me, man. Excited. Really excited to be here. That's you? Yes, of course, that's me. You don't know who you're picking. Nice to meet you.
Welcome to Grenada.
Thank you.
All right.
Tessima, nice to meet you.
And I'm Osborne. I'll be happy to take you to the lounge.
All right. Thank you. Oh, I need to take a seat. That's some protocol kind of feeling. Thank you. Wow.
First class service, right?
I'm here. You see, everyone is literally walking, but I got a cart to take me to the lounge. Made it in life, man.
Yeah, yes.
Welcome to Grenada.
It's going to be a very short ride.
It's going to be a very short ride, eh?
A very short ride.
You should have allowed me to walk then.
We needed to be here inside.
Wow, thank you. That's part of the experience.
Want to remember?
Yep.
And here.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you. It's the shortest ride ever. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
Thank you.
Sure.
Hi.
Hi there, welcome to Grenada.
Thank you so much.
Can I help you with hotel?
Of course, why not?
Come on in, make yourself comfortable.
Appreciate it.
They ain't playing with one guy. Like, yo, we know who you are.
Smaller.
right. I love that.
VIP lounge. Hi, how are you? Good.
So 2 sets and a capsule. show your passport and your arrival form.
All right, cool. Wow. Okay, good. Do you all remember my brother Chocolate? We met the president of Guyana together, one of Ghana's top fashion designer. Please, I mean, how many likes for His Excellency?
2 million, guys. 2 million. You know, the funny thing is that we got here like an hour earlier.
So we did a video on Passport Heavy. When they did the Passport Heavy video.
And he's the guy who made the clothes.
Yes.
Okay, so I do remember him.
Yeah.
You go down now.
Yeah, I was supposed to get 5 first. Okay, sure.
British Airways.
Yeah, I'm done with that.
Like everybody go there.
Sketch. You know, I told you I sketch everywhere.
Yes.
I was sketching on this while I was bored.
One of the things that I personally want to advocate for is direct flight that connect the Caribbean with Africa, because living in the Caribbean is more like Africa out of Africa, and it doesn't make sense for us to go to US, UK, or Canada just to go see our brothers and sisters living at the other side of the Atlantic. And it's about time for Africans in Africa.
When I was like in the Caribbean islands,
Yeah.
I'm like, this feels homey.
Yeah, it does. Like, the Caribbean is like a halfway house to Africa. You know what I mean? Because what happened to a lot of the Caribbean islands, they kept a lot of their African traditions, and then they kind of remixed it as well.
I felt that way about the Bahamas too.
Yeah. The Bahamas is like that. Jamaica, like most Jamaicans come directly from Ghana. So like, so their food and stuff like that is very similar. Like how they speak, like they have Jamaicans and Ghanaians have a strong connection.
Right.
But yeah, like there's a lot of in the Caribbean they had that influence. So that's why they relate to each other so well.
So okay.
And so that's why he wants to advocate for more flights between Africa and the Caribbean. Now I will say, it's a little bit more challenging because if you look at the map, it can be done, but like typically with like flights across the Atlantic, they like to go across here because it's like a shorter distance. It's kind of hard to see it here, but the curvature of the Earth is short. They want land under them. They don't want to just fly directly over water.
Right, for extended hours.
Or just in case you need to make an emergency landing or something like that, you don't want to be just over bodies of water as well too. So for the flight pattern, it could be challenging, but it's doable. Like there are some flights that do go across, you know. So.
Yeah, I guess we don't have yeah.
Yeah, there's no way to stop here to get here, so it's like you just gotta make it all the way.
Here to here.
Well, like Brazil to Angola. So this we talked about this before too, because Angola is was colonized by the Portuguese. Yeah. And Brazil is Portuguese.
Oh, so they just went straight there.
Yeah. So like a lot of the Angolan people. A lot of the Angola people like have descendants in Brazil, so there's a lot of fights between them.
And in the Caribbean, put their hands together in order for us to establish that connection, because it takes just 8 hours direct flight. Thank you. I love your T-shirt. Hey, very African. Thank you.
Hey, how are you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Hi,
Good.
hi.
Nice to see you. Renee. Oh, nice to meet you. My goodness.
Hey, Renee.
I felt like I celebrated today.
Alvin,
man.
what's good, bro? I see you in the comments.
Immigration.
Oh, Mr. Maya, you with me?
Yeah. Oh, I'm with you.
Okay, wherever.
Okay. Woo. All right. Drop this one. Yep. I travel very light.
I see you.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
I see you on the other side, bro.
You know what it is?
I love it. I see you on the other side.
I don't know. I have no idea about what. All right. Hi. How are you?
Wow. Welcome
Yeah.
to the Isle of Spice, where everything is nice. Okay.
Everything is nice in here.
Everything is nice.
Spicy and nice.
Yes.
That's what we're saying. Wow.
Welcome to the residence, sir.
Thank you. Charlie.
No.
This looks like a paradise, man.
That knife right there, so that knife.
This is gonna be where we're staying. And that's a pool.
This you, cuz?
My goodness. Look at that.
That's right.
Oh my goodness.
So we got a pool plus the ocean. That would be our home.
Get me out.
For 4 days.
Help! Help! Get me out of here.
Good morning. How you
you doing?
I'm good. It's a pleasure meeting you. Thanks for welcoming to your beautiful island.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming. We're really happy to have you in Grenada. Right now we're celebrating our 51st anniversary of independence.
That girl sounds like Rihanna.
And here I am celebrating this beautiful day with the beautiful people of Grenada. The final moment that we all have been waiting for is finally here. It's about time for us to do the handshake with the richest man in the entire Africa, because that has always been the dream. But it all started with a fireside chat between the Prime Minister of Grenada and the richest black man in the entire Africa. I mean, the entire world.
Welcome our Prime Minister, the Honorable Deacon Mitchell, and our special guest from the Afrasing Bank, Professor Orama and Mr. Aliko Dangote.
It's always exciting to be in the presence of billionaires, man, because listen, he drops some incredible nugget.
Nothing comes easy. Life without challenges is very, very boring. You go back and look at history. Go and look at countries like, Singapore. They've created something huge out of nothing.
So size
doesn't matter, yes. And I believe Grenada can actually become very big. It can become, a very huge place. I mean, you look at it now, for example, in the 80s, where was Emirates? In fact, Emirates started with a lease of 3 aircrafts from Pakistan International, PIA. Yes. So why is PIA today? Why is, Emirates? So I think size doesn't really matter, but you have to be very, very creative. You have to be very, very creative, and I think really Grenada should be very, very creative. You need to open up and do more sort of tourism, IT. You can also have what you call like, free duty-free stuff. You can now have, like other countries where they are doing. You now go and you either do ships, where now people can come and register here, and you make it like a tax-free zone.
I want to speak a little bit about the example that Africa and the Caribbean can learn from each other from the point of view of entrepreneurship and closer economic ties. You talked about the fact that it took 9.5 hours for you to fly directly from Lagos to Grenada. It takes about 8 to 9 hours for us to fly to London. And when I visited in Nigeria, I had to fly to London, 8 to 9 hours, a shorter trip, but extensive enough to Africa. So it takes the entire day if we go through London or if we go through the US. And yet there is no direct travel between Africa and the Caribbean. Our trade between Africa and the Caribbean is about 1% of total trade between the two of us. From your perspective, what can the Caribbean do, islands like Grenada, to encourage greater trade, greater exchanges, and greater economic cooperation between Africa and the Caribbean?
I think what we need to do first is to make sure that we have this air link first, and removal of the visa requirements. Once you do that, then there will be quite a lot of people that will actually come. Some will just come here on holidays, and then they will find out that, hey, look, there are a lot of other opportunities. And if we can now try and link ourselves together and be doing a lot of trade, I'm sure even most things that you have here, because I've been to Barbados, I've been to Bahamas, and I realized that, look, most of the things that people are selling is at the highest price. The price is a little bit high, it's pricey, so I think you need to look at us, export from here to Africa, Africa to here. That can actually help to develop your own, you are talking about 50 megas of power that you have. Some of the Nigerian entrepreneurs, when they come here, they know how much you are ready to pay. They will put up 500, megas. Okay, there might not be demand of 500 megas, but if the power is available, somebody will now come and open a factory here, create jobs, and be exporting. And that's what you need to do, as a nation.
In front of the richest black man in the end.
Hold on, man. Can we get a good round of applause? Cut me right up. He said, it's an 8 to 9 hour flight for the Caribbean to get to the UK, which is how a lot of them, that's their bridge to get to Africa or other parts of the world. Right. Why not just have them go directly to Africa? Now, to me, when I'm thinking business-wise, I would think that there needs to be more trade available because it says only 1% between the Caribbean and Africa. I would think that there needs to be more demand first before them doing the airline thing. But he's thinking about it the opposite way. He said, "Hey, if we have more links,
it's gonna come
naturally." Yeah, because Nigerians, they are wealthy Nigerians. They're wealthy Africans, and if they want to find more places for holiday, the Caribbean they want to come to. It's not that much of an option just because of distance and how far it is and how hard it is to get over there. You know what I mean? Just like how hard it is for us Americans to get to Africa. You know what I mean? Like it's
like also like America and the UK just being like a middleman. Like they're just like hustling the hell out of most black countries. It's like, no, you kind of gotta go this way to get there.
And I feel it's done intentionally as well too.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Now I think this is also why like Wode Maya emphasized Ethiopian Airways as, and shout out to Ethiopian Airways. We're not sponsored by them, but shout out to them. They seem like their mission is to help pan-Africanism, trying to help close that gap too, right?
Because how does that work with the situation you were talking about earlier with the Orange Man?
Yeah.
How does that work when people are just trying to travel to Africa or get to, like you said, the Caribbean from Africa? It's like, but you can't even get through America anymore because of these weird passport bans.
So, for example, somebody from Ghana wants to go to Jamaica, but they have to stop through America. Is that what you're asking? So if that's the case, most of the time when you have a layover in another country that you're not planning on staying, they kind of keep you in a certain area that you can't leave.
You stay here.
You stay right here. You cannot, you know what I mean? That's typically how it goes if you have a transfer like that. But, in America, we're having like immigration stricken thing in our country and stuff like that. So I just say to be very cautious. But I love the fact of them already thinking globally that we are one, like them wanting that connection.
Right.
Like, this is the point of our show. Like we want to help bridge the gap. They're talking about bridging the gap as well too. Like I'm glad that we're actually finally doing something like this. This is an African YouTuber who is also heavily in the Caribbean as well too, linking the Caribbean into this conversation as well too. Like
because if they were able to get an airway to connect directly, that would be something. Oh, I'm so sorry. That would be something so big. Like that would be.
I think what needs to happen, I think that either Ghana or Nigeria needs to create an airline, because typically what happens is whoever has the airline, their hub is in that country. You know what I mean? So a lot of times, for Ethiopia, for example, Ethiopia Airways it's in Ethiopia. So majority of the time, you will have to go to Ethiopia to do a transfer to go to another country. So like if in America, of course, we have like a bunch of different airlines. But if we want more direct flights going to Nigeria or to Ghana, then I think Nigeria or Ghana needs international airlines that have a hub in those countries. Because that's actually I'm thinking location-wise, even if you don't even plan to go to Africa directly, like if you was in South America and you need to get to Dubai, if you was to fly from Colombia to Ghana and to get to Dubai, that's a much easier trip compared to you going to America, then to the UK or Italy or something like that, then going to Dubai. So I think that logistically, it will make sense for somebody in West Africa to have it. Now, you guys in the comments can let me know if there's already an airline in West Africa like that, but I don't know of any major international airlines that are in Nigeria or West Africa at that. I know Rwanda Air, I know Ethiopia Air, but that's East Africa. So, but yeah, that's my suggestion.
Taiwan, the Prime Minister of Grenada, gave me a shout out. My goodness, I feel like I've made it in life already. I mean, I can stop YouTube today.
Wode Maya, Wode, are you here? Am I pronouncing it? I would. So Wode's a renowned Ghanaian YouTuber, influencer, vlogger, digital media influencer. and they've flown all the way to be with us. And the second personality from Ghana is Kwaku Bidiako. Did I pronounce it right? Right, he just asked the question. So Kwaku has done fashion for people like Steve Harvey, Idris Elba, Cardi B. He's been named Best Fashion Designer of the Year, 2018 EMY Africa Awards.
The fireside chat between the Prime Minister of Grenada and Aliko Dangote just ended. But to my surprise, people love me out here. Can you believe it? Like, I personally can't believe it because I'm just a young man on a journey to, connect Africans in Africa with Africans living in the Caribbean. And it's like everybody just want to say hello. And it really warms my heart that I really can't stop what I'm doing. But you know what? I feel like the revolution is happening. The revolution of Africans across the globe connecting, especially Africans in Africa and Africans living in the Caribbean. It's really happening because Afro-Exim Bank is more of focused on infrastructure development, supporting businesses in Africa. And guess what? They're supporting businesses right here in the Caribbean.
When the African Union declared the diaspora its sixth region, we knew we had to open up to the diaspora. People were saying there was no business between Africa and the CARICOM, but we've proven that was wrong. We've been able to attract investments.
I think CARICOM is their way of like the Caribbean Union, because the Caribbean, like, it's not like they're like unified, right? Like, so they're all known as the Caribbean, but they're all separate countries. They're all governed differently, but. I believe might be a Caribbean Union, just like how there's a European Union or an African Union. It works better for them to work collectively than all of them operating completely separate. So if all the Caribbeans can, say like, hey, yeah, we're working with the African Union, and that would, to me, jumpstart more trade and get a lot more things done as well too. So I love to see the collaboration and that these people are looking to move forward. You got the richest black man on the planet talking about this as well too. Like, he understands the importance of it, as well too. So, and it looks like he's being involved in it. So that's a telltale sign. And what Wode Maya said, how he feels it, I know we feel it as well too. Like, it's happening. The bridge is closing. They no longer can lie to us about each other anymore. We could talk to you guys directly now. You guys can talk to us directly now. So
protect these people at all costs.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely.
And investment opportunities that are headed to about $2 billion. We've been able to finance a sports complex in Barbados, the development bank in the Bahamas to support the SMEs, a facility for exhibitions in Bahamas, of course supporting the development of hotels here and about to support a hospital development here, rebuilding schools that were damaged, by the hurricane in St. Lucia, providing trade finance facilities to many of the banks in St. Kitts, and I'm just coming from Suriname, providing significant financing to make it possible for the Suriname government to realize its dreams of becoming another big oil and gas exporter. Making sure.
Aliko Dangote just flew all the way from Africa just to come to Grenada. Listen, this revolution is something that you cannot stop it. It's happening, and it's happening now. I have only one question. There is more like a partnership happening between Africans in Africa and Africans living in the Caribbean. What do you think will be the result if we start collaborating together?
Amazing. The reality is the diaspora is a natural part of Africa. Our roots, our heritage is inextricably linked. And in a sense, we wasted the last 6 years of our right to self-determination by not rekindling what is the natural connection between two of us. So I think both from a point of view of business, economy, trade, investment, but most importantly, the dignity of black people everywhere. President Obama said if one black person is disrespected anywhere, all black people are disrespected. And I think that is really the point of ensuring that we collaborate and that we build our strength together.
Having the richest man in Africa in your country, how does that make you feel?
Phenomenal.
I can't believe that dream is finally coming to pass. The dream of shaking the hands of the richest man in Africa. It has been long coming, and finally it happened, man. And it did not happen on the continent of Africa, but it actually happened in the Swiss region, Grenada, precise history.
Yes.
I've been looking for you for years.
Now you have me.
Now I have you. This is like a dream come true. Oh,
Yes.
see, what are we looking at? I know, right? Can I get a photo? 1 minute. Yo, 1 minute. Just get a photo.
I'll do well said.
Just want to get a photo. This is like.
There's not a crease nowhere on this.
Can I shake your hand? Thank you.
I was looking, I'm like, you're very sharp as that.
What a special moment for me. I believe that you don't even know how I feel right now because this has always been the dream, and I can't believe that that dream became a reality in Grenada, and Grenada would definitely hold a special place in my heart. I'm just here to tell you that never stop believing in your dreams, but work so hard to increase your value so that your appearance does not matter on the table. A big shout out to Sarah from GoGND for making this dream a reality, and I'm now waiting for the final moment that I will have a one-on-one session with the richest man in Africa. Listen, it's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen on this channel. I'll see you all in the next one. But you know what you need to do for me? Like this video, subscribe, and be part of this awesome channel. Can we get 1.7 million already? I think from this video we can make it happen. I will see you all in the next one. I'm just so excited, man. I feel good.
Hey,
So today we'll be going to every single. We'll be.
What the heck just happened? Oh, round of applause, man. I ain't gonna lie, it's worth a double round of applause. I ain't gonna lie, that was extremely inspiring, motivating, to see through the lens of what the future holds between African people on the continent and in the diaspora. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to see, man. And I said it on this channel. Aliko Dangote, the richest African man, said it just in that Fireside chat. Look at what Singapore did. It doesn't matter about how big a country is. Mm-hmm. They were able to create one of the most beautiful countries in the world with this small piece of land. Look at what the Emirates did, which is the UAE and Dubai. In the 80s, they were nothing but just desert and sand. Now they have the world's tallest building, and everybody wants to go to Dubai now. You know what I mean? So this can happen to any African country, any African place in the Caribbean. I don't want to hear nobody saying like it can't happen. I don't want to hear none of us complaining about why are black people trying to do this or trying to do that, blah, 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 blah. We can do it just like they can do it. Nobody complains when the Europeans come to other countries and they build their cities and they put their businesses there. Nobody complains when the Chinese goes. The Chinese is taking over the Caribbean and Africa, and nobody's saying shit. So I don't want to hear shit when people talk about us doing it. Like, I know, shout out to Earn Your Leisure. I know I'm jumping all over the place, but this is relevant to me. If you guys don't know, Earn Your Leisure is a media company in America, but they're big on finances, right? They just got 300 acres in Ghana, and they're building their own community. Mm-hmm. And I already see people trying to like change the narrative, like, oh, these black people from America are trying to colonize Ghana and trying to keep Ghanaian people from buying. Like, that's not anything of what they said. They partnered with an activist named Shaka Bars. They partnered with a Ghanaian developer. So these are black people working with black people to help black people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and they're not discriminating. Anybody can do this, but this is, let me play this real quick.
Work around it. Over here, our developers insist on top-notch quality, so we are acting all this for.
Last time I came here, none of this was here.
This is 66 days. This is actually happening in real time.
And the rest are the apartments, 341. Paddleball, basketball, got a swimming pool here, gym.
when they say that this is happening, like there is something happening around the world. Like the diaspora and African continent are working together, collaborating, and making shit happen. And these are just examples. You know what I mean? We can all come together and build something and do something and collaborate. So that's where I'm at with it.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And I love that, being here on Mondays really gives me a nice fresh insight to that, because I do feel like our media has now gotten to a point where it's so censored that like you're getting force-fed so much negative, you forget how much is actually going on and positive, and how fast it's happening.
For sure. No, you're absolutely right. Yeah, because people complaining about like other things, like these guys are building this thing, and it took 66 days for them to build to break ground, but to see what they're building, we were owed 40 acres and a mule. We're not going to get it. They're never going to give it to us. We're 13% of the population. We don't have the economics to come together to hold the country accountable. They don't give a fuck. They're not giving it to us.
They're going to give it to us when it don't mean nothing.
Right.
When we all leave, and they're like, you know what? We need our knees back.
Right. But this
is what this is supposed to be modeled for?
Yeah, this is what it's going to look like.
Oh, my God.
This is what it's going to look like.
They got starting prices.
Yeah, they do, actually. So when I went to InvestFest, they were actually selling.
That's what I was going to say. That's where I've seen him before. I know that you went to InvestFest, and I know one of the guys that was on screen. You was there.
Yeah. So they were selling houses. When they went to InvestFest in Atlanta, they planned to only sell 10. They sold 100. So like these houses are being bought up. I don't know if they have the prices on here.
Yeah, I need a payment plan. Hit that one.
Where do you see the payment plan at?
On the left? On the left.
Okay. I think you have to book an appointment though. But yeah, a consultation call for the payment plan. But where they should show a price, right? Yeah. I'm not sure they're gonna have the price on the website, but I do know they have like different style homes, and this is only phase one. They have like multiple phases that they're gonna be going through. But these homes are beautiful, and yeah. So this is dope. So from what Wode Maya is doing in the Caribbean and in Africa, what Aaron Yalisha is doing from Black Americans in Ghana, like there's a lot of things happening. You know what I mean? There's a lot of collaboration happening, and it's unfortunate that we have to actively search it. You know what I mean? Because they just want to feed us garbage all day long. But yeah, this is happening. So all right.
I'm just still stunned.
Yeah.
I'm looking at these pictures. I'm like,
yeah, like a man.
We gotta get us one of those.
That's what I'm saying. Well, hopefully, I mean, if we're live right now, but I did talk to the developers of this project, and hopefully we can get Top Hill out there to do our own tour of this city and town. So, yeah.
Top hill, top hill, top hill. They don't know. Top hill, top hill.